The dream is real. TKBS Nation, it's your lifestyle specialist, Kenny Burns, baby, and it's time for episode 15. I want to bring my illustrious panel to the table, but first I want to tell you the name of this episode because there's a lot of people with a lot of dreams for 2023. And one of those dreams is dating. So what I want to do, I want to bring you signs that you're dating someone that is high value. High value is the key ingredient to 23. Without high value people in your life, without high value business ideas, dreams, opportunities, execution plans, so forth, so on, you're not gonna get what you came for. All right, but you know when you come to TKBS, you're gonna get what you came for. So we're gonna give you some antidotes and some remedies. But first, put your hands together for my illustrious panel of superheroes, ladies and gentlemen. Shelly B, aka Michelle Burns. What's happening, baby?
Hey, how y'all doing? Happy New Year, everybody.
We good. Keep them round of applause going for Natural Bars, aka Hasadiddy.
Gratitude. Shout out to you, KB. Welcome to the nation.
And last but not least, her name starts with an L. We call it LL. Put your hands together for Latia Ashley.
Hey guys, excited to be here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna start this conversation off right. You know, we've been giving antidotes this year. You know, we started off with our Jordan year. That was the first episode of season 2, episode 13. And we want to put a battery pack in your back. We will give you some things to implement into your blueprint so you can get everything you came for. Episode 14, we want to give you some healthy habits of relationships. Basically, it's about couples that last, but relationships that last. And we have some real major isms coming through on that. And this episode's about high value. All right, y'all, here's some signs you are dating someone of high value. Number 1, they listen to you and remember what you say. Do not let that go over your head, ladies and gentlemen. All right. They listen to you and remember what you say. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we know people be hearing some things that go out one ear and out the other. Okay? I think it's very important to know that if you have a significant other, potential significant other, that they are listening to you and they are remembering what you told them. How you feel about that, Latia?
I think that communication is everything in any relationship, but definitely having somebody who remembers you because they care. They care about what your feelings are. They care about what your needs are. They care about your wants. They care about what make you tick. So yeah, having somebody that can remember. And I don't want them just to remember. I want them to actually care.
Yes.
Because I don't believe that relationships should be a practice because then it becomes work. So I want someone who effortlessly listens and care about what my needs are so that I can care about what their needs are.
Absolutely. I like that. Like when we say the planet. Hasadiddy, what do you think, my brother?
I'm a second insist on that and say, I want you to remember, but I want you to show me you remember in your actions. Don't just tell me you remember when we talking about your actions or my actions.
Yeah.
Show me you remember.
Yeah, action. Shelly B.
I want the surprise of you remembering.
The surprise. Like you told them.
Years.
Yeah, like you told them and then it come back up later on. You feel me?
Yeah, because we know what our favorite word is, authentic.
Yes.
That means you remembered it, you've consumed it, you've thought about it within your own personal time. And so there's going to be something that comes up that it snaps into place automatically. And it's a surprise.
Surprise me with your love. Ladies and gentlemen, number 2, sign that you're dating someone of high value. They spend time with you without expecting anything in return. I see a lot of this, y'all. You know, people getting mad because, well, I did. Well, you know, well, that time I took off and we did. Well, you know I was going to do something, but then I chose to go with your ass. How you supposed to have a relationship going forward after that? Or a repetition of that? Talk to me.
Relationships are about compromise. And so if you don't view your compromise as a means of love to you,
right,
then you'll never value the love you give me. And so this is set to fail from the gate.
Boy, you be having some motherfucking puzzles. You feel me? You got to take the piece from last 10 episodes ago and bring it to this episode, then you're going to insert that motherfucker like some sex. Shelly B, what'd you say?
Listen, it still goes back to being authentic in what you're doing for that person. Understanding, because again, if you don't understand yourself, how are you going to say, "Oh, I want a high value person and I want to be able to date high value"? If you're not being respectful and high value to your own self.
Yeah, and what is high value, right? Like high value. Let's define it really quickly before we go on to number 3, because number three is a doozy. Okay, but high value to me means that you do what you say you're gonna do. That you're showing up for the relationship with equal parts ingredients. And I don't want to go through too many parts because I have a lot of them to mention. We're only on number 3. But, think about that as we're having this conversation. If you guys want to interject some high value things that have nothing to do with the isms I'm giving. But yeah, I want to let people know as we go. High value can mean many different things. All right, number 3, signs you're dating someone of high value. They make sacrifices for you, even if they are small. I don't want you to let that go over your head, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very, 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 very important thing. Making sacrifices in any relationship will not only cement you in that relationship as a foundation of what you will and won't do for each other. The sacrifices help you grow yourself. They help you understand what it takes to commit, which is a foreign word these days. Committing to something is almost like saying, yeah.
Foreign word.
It's a foreign word. Latia, talk to me.
So yeah, to me, I definitely, in my relationships, I have to see sacrifice over excuses, because love is non-selfish.
Yeah, sacrifices over excuses. I'm sorry, I had to repeat that.
Absolutely.
Sacrifices over excuses.
Right, in any relationship. And then when you see that someone sacrificed for you, you then know that they value you. Because value is, to me, is a subjective thing, because what you value and your values may be different than mine. Therefore, what I need you to do for me can be a sacrifice, because you really don't see it as valuable, but because you value me, you're willing to do it. That goes back to compromising, sacrificing, and in turn, it shows that you value that person.
Well, you better come on out the gate with your intentions for getting a man in 23. It's going to be your Jordan year.
I want to piggyback on that and say, but it also teaches one of the other partners how to be high value.
Yes.
Because you're seeing it. You may have it inside of you, but maybe it's not showing yet because there's still some, you're not necessarily sure about this. Yeah. But you can learn high value from a high value person that is willing to put that into you. Be authentic with himself, be, compassionate, everything, and you learn from it.
I got a different perspective on that one. I don't need you to sacrifice for me to appreciate it or to see you as high value. I need you to understand that if you are high value and you attract reflections of yourself, our presence with each other is a sacrifice in and of itself.
Oh, let me give you a little gunshot. I wish I had a smaller gun like pop. But I think the sacrifice is not just for the partner's understanding of the commitment or the actual definition of sacrifice. I think it's more for you to show what you're willing to do, right? Like if you're accustomed to something, if you know that this is the way you've been doing it and you want to do it that way because it's comfortable, that's a sacrifice for you. You know what I mean? But it's also right for you. You're sacrificing your normality. Or I'm getting into my Hasadidi mode. You feel me? You feel like I'm about to fuck with these words.
I'm grateful.
I'm about to fuck with these words, though. I'm about to fuck with these words. The normality of the specialty of the, you feel me? But I think it's more like personal, right? Because sacrificing something is you clearly doing something that you're not used to doing or that you know is going to take some level of discomfort. And I think that's when we find ourselves. But I want to go on to number 4. Number 4, signs you're dating someone of high value. They miss you when you are not there and they let you know. There's a certain love language, ladies and gentlemen, that has everything to do with being reminded in a relationship that you're in a relationship. And part of that has to do with that love language of, yo, I ain't seen you all day. I miss you. Damn, you going out of town? Like, I'm a little, you know what I mean? I'm a little sad that you're not with me. I mean, these things are true, and they help, I think, your partner understand the severity of your lack of presence. But okay, talk to me, Latia. I feel like you're coming with some violence.
And, I'm definitely coming guns blazing, because first off, I'd have had some fools, some crazy, some psychos, and some stalkers say, "Oh, I miss you, I love you, where you at?" Yeah. No, that does not mean that he's a value person. It could mean that they are a crazy person, number one. But I'm a digress.
Okay. Got some names you want to share? We can send some APDs out.
No, because I believe in releasing people. You served a purpose. It didn't work. I can release you and move on. God gave me the gift of goodbye, so it is what it is. Not saying that, and not all goodbyes are easy. I'm not saying that it's easy, but the gift of goodbye is something that you got to realize, because you're a gift. You're valuable. You value a gift. I'm a gift. You're a gift. That's why when they say, "Oh, I'm a high value man," I'm the prize. We're each other's prize.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, I miss you. A lot of times in relationships, people hold on to the memories of what was and hope that it can still be the future of what is. You think you love this person. You think you miss this person, but this person has evolved into somebody or something that you don't even rock with. And if I can't see you in my tomorrow, I might miss you today, but I'd rather be miserable momentarily so that I can have a lifetime or a future of a more fulfilled relationship.
Amen.
So yeah, you miss me, so I miss who you used to be. You don't miss me. You miss the memories. You miss that dopamine that I used to give you. You miss, what I'm saying.
Violence.
But I'm going to digress.
Yeah, violence is...
If I wasn't in my office, I'd be up shouting right now like it was Sunday dinner.
Yeah.
I felt like that was a Friday night episode of Def Comedy.
You miss my
something.
Yeah. That sounds like somebody got killed and is buried somewhere. So I want to say this. I just want you...
You don't miss me. You miss my...
Ooh, you miss my... Did you say pussy?
So crazy.
Did you say pussy?
No, I did not say that. I didn't say that or dark side. I didn't say
your
that.
Phone.
I don't talk like that.
Your phone just did something weird. But I want you to remember this, and I just want to let one more gunshot out to whoever made me feel that way. We're talking about somebody getting to know each other in this particular situation. We're not talking about those who have, shit on us or made us run amok like nigga down the street with frustration because they didn't do something right in a relationship. This is purely new dating, getting to get the signs immediately, because one thing I want to encourage you to do, Latia, I need you to jump outside of your comfort zone when it comes to dating, because the men you seem to be choosing, this is not a full stereotype, I just feel the spirit coming into my body right now. You need to date a white boy. All right, you need to date a white boy. I'm joking.
Actually, you never know. I've never even seen a white.
Wait. Stay open to receive. I'm open. Shelly is waving the album.
Literally.
The Kenny Burns, the All My Purple Life album. No, but I do suggest that you please, and this is anybody. Listen, obviously, if you were in a relationship that was disgruntled and all the things that you're hearing now are triggering you, because we're only on number 4 and Latia's already triggered. This is about...
I have a new love, so I'm in a better place.
Oh, you have a new one?
I'm prospecting.
Okay, well, we might need to just...
That's what we call it.
Leave all the old stuff in the past. But I'm just saying, let's think about these isms, these antidotes to your love life, relationship, and/or as things to start in the beginning. We're starting at the beginning. So let me just continue. Signs you're dating someone of high value, and in parentheses for Latia, I'm putting newly dating. Number 5, they are always there for you when you need them. Now, this is the real deal Holyfield, ladies and gentlemen. And this is for your friends too now. People can't be fair weather when you need them now. Now, we ain't talking about you calling somebody in 5 minutes, talking about you need some donuts or goddamn, you know what I'm saying, can you grab me some Starbucks? We talking about need them. Oh, my flat. I got a flat flat tire, I'm on 75, I need you. Yeah, such done goddamn evicted me. I didn't pay I don't want to say that one, because if you're dating somebody that's getting evicted, then you should reevaluate. But you get what I'm saying. If you really need somebody, you expect them to be there for you. Hasa did it. How do you feel about that?
It's crazy because a younger version of myself wouldn't value that, right? Like I'm a young man, but as a younger man, I've always been self-sufficient. My experiences being alone and different traumas I've experienced. And so I never understood that, right? Like a lot of stuff about love I didn't understand. But now, as a more mature young man, I've received real love, and I've received that, like literally people noticing, like, yo, it's a change in your energy. Like, you alright? It's something on your mind, you're not telling us. What you need, you know what? Don't even tell us what you need. Here goes something, and hopefully that's it. Right. And that is
reading
priceless.
minds without reading minds.
Right.
Especially for somebody you're connected to.
Right. And it's priceless. What it's done for me, right? When somebody pours into you in that way, is you become present, and like Shell said in her first answer, you think about that on your own time. Yeah. So much so that I find myself, I've always been giving and outgoing, but I now find myself expanding in the way that I do that. Like, yeah, you know what? XYZ had that happen this week, and they might need some emotional support. And I was never that person. So to just say, like, yo, you all right? I ain't hurt you. And so, 100%, 1,000%, if that person is not at, or even it doesn't even have the intention, because not everybody gonna be able to be there every time you call.
Facts.
But knowing that that's a call I can make sometime is all you need. Yeah, man. So if you're not dealing with somebody that's like, call me first. Yeah. Why you didn't call me? Yeah. Right. If you're not, I'm here. Why you doing that alone? Then you're not dating a high value person.
That's a real thing, because I think people like us, Haas, that grew up. I mean, I had a lot of love. I'm not gonna front, you know what I mean? But then you still searching for other things, you know what I mean? You need other things, because when you have a lot of something, you're missing out on something else, right? So the father figure wasn't there, so I'm in the streets, I'm hustling, doing whatever I'm not supposed to be doing, you know what I mean? But I needed Kenny Burns Sr. to be like, yo, come here, this is how you do this. I mean, even if he was to teach me about the game, right? Like, so, because my father was a hustler, you know what I mean? At least to hear somebody talk about it, I was so smart, stupid as shit at the same time, but I was so smart but dumb. Like, I would have chose some different things, you know what I mean? So I needed that. So ladies, can you chime in and say how you feel about St. Louis or Kansas City?
I'm going to talk about Washington D.C.
Yes, talk to me.
I'm going to talk about the generational love. We want to talk about generational wealth. Yes. And the family legacy and things like that. But what was going on behind the house or the home? Luther said it best.
A house is not a home.
And a house is not a home when there's no one there.
Luther Vandross. That was my alias. You feel me? Luther Vandross. I'm sorry.
Generational love. I had examples of amazing love. I had examples of amazing respect. And then I had two high-valued parents who couldn't get it right.
Hold
Father on third, mother on second, and the clash of the high value. Because there was so much that was on the inside, I'll tell it. God bless my mother. She took care of a lot of financial things for said father. Wow. When it came to the children. Right. But she did it naturally because she wanted love to fill our home. She not only said, I'm going to pay this off, and I want everybody at Christmas dinner, the ex-wives and the children.
Oh, your mother was a gangster.
Everybody gets a present. Wow. And although the women did not attend, they were sent their gifts.
Yeah.
And they weren't shabby gifts either.
Yeah.
Because it was true love, and it was the love that my grandparents shared, then came when the troubles started. So what I saw, what I thought was the love of two parents, godparents, my godmother would run home from my mom's office to cook my godfather's dinner. And I look at that now.
Don't do it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Dinner was to
Wait, your godmother smashed your dad? Godfather?
No!
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I thought this shit was getting soap opera-ish.
So did I. I was like, uh-oh.
I thought there was going to be some gangster shit.
It was getting real smoky over here.
She said, yeah, because the gifts, and then they didn't come. And then my godmother came home one day and cooked for my stepfather. I don't know where you were going, but I want to shout your mother out. I feel like your mother needs her flowers for being an awesome mother, taking care of everybody's gifts at Christmas. I don't know what just happened. I
was trying to finish the conversation.
No, don't say it. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
I'm on drugs right now.
And you just took the family. Now there is some dynamics in the background. We'll talk about that offline.
Okay.
But no, my godmother would leave the office. My godmother worked with my mom after she retired, but she would go home every day, right around the corner, Southeast DC, and get in there and have my godfather's meal on the table by 5:45 p.m. every day.
Yeah.
And you're talking about individuals that were married over 40 something plus some years. And I was like, is this what love is supposed to be? Is this what the value of love? Because my godmother did not like it, but my godmother did it. So that's when the value of respect comes in. And then, let me get this out of the way, because I know that he gives me so much and I give him so much. So it's generational love for me. I think that's where we are now. The trauma, you can put everything in the high value. It's not just the dollar sign.
I like that. Round of applause for Shelly B and her mama that gave all the gifts with her godmama that I thought came home and smashed pops. Ladies and gentlemen, signs you're dating someone high value. Number 6 is very important, okay? I don't need none of y'all to run from this. They admire and respect you. Now, this is very important because there are things in life, right, that we all have that are superpowers that we own, that we possess. Your partner, your running mate, you know what I'm saying? The person you're going to be with, want to be with, they should have that you should admire them. You should admire them. And you should admire them to the point like you damn near can't do what you admire about them. And I'm going to tell you why. Because at the end of the day, you end up learning their superpower, they end up learning yours. It becomes this harmonious moment, you know what I'm saying, as you crescendo, because goddamn it, you're going to crescendo. Life ain't but for so long. And then when it comes to respect, we know the foundation of any relationship, personal or business, is respect. I got to feel a way if I'm stepping out of line. I got to feel a way. You know what I'm saying? And as you get older, let me let you know this. As you get older, that respect turns into a fortified, and I don't even know the word over love, but it's extraterrestrial the way I feel about Jessica and my certain members of my family. Because it's just like a respect, like it's like my Aunt Lena, great example. I respect her so much. It's unbelievable how she gives others. Unbelievable. And so I called her the other day. I said, I'm the captain now. Okay. I call all my elders. I'm calling the kids. If they got kids, this you gotta do for your mama. You gotta get the whoop wop. I gotta get in control because that's what I saw. That's what I admired and what I respected. I married someone like my mom and my Aunt Lena. I became my Aunt Lena's, my Uncle Oliver, her man. They ended up getting married towards the end, but like literally, I emulated their whole shit because I admired and respected. And I've had that value, that high value, respect, admiration. I've had that in every relationship I've ever had. Every relationship. I gotta respect you. Before we can move forward, I gotta respect you. Whether it's your ability to do something, whether it's the way you treat people. Some people, I can identify the way they show up in front of me. And I hope some of these people listen to, I've been in restaurants, I want you to be my assistant. Like, huh? I want you to be my assistant. Oh, you don't get it? Got it. You'll figure it out later. Oh, I want to work with you. Boom, 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 boom. I see, you don't know me. I had a call yesterday, and I'm hiring this one. I had a call yesterday. Motherfucker gave me so much information. I was like, not with one word she said, but how she acted and conducted herself in the interview process. I was like, you hired. She's like, well, I ain't even tell you about, you know what I'm saying? So I think that in life, y'all, admiration and respect is everything.
You know, I saw a poll and they were asking whether you would prefer to have your partner love you or respect you.
Right.
Like which one weighs more? Is it love or respect? Because you can love somebody who you completely don't respect. You know what I'm saying? That was deep that you said that. And I think that women that are considered strong and independent, and I had to check myself with this, learning to respect him in the boundaries of his masculinity. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Because
respect is subjective depending on, you know, what a person, what makes him move. So for example, knowing that he likes to pay for the check when we go out. I know you can pay for the check. That's why, you know what I'm saying, whatever, but do not put your card down. For some men, that's a thing. Like, don't do that. It's just like, oh, okay. But, you know, but learning to respect each other's boundaries and their mind, their workspace. If they're a creator, when they're in that zone, don't go knock on that studio door. Don't go bother them. Let them have their time, their space. Yeah. So I think the older I got, the more I learned that respect is just as important as giving that person love.
Yeah, no question.
Because once they feel disrespected, it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I want to say something to all the boss bitches out there.
Boss ladies.
No. Specific. This is what they call themselves. This is not what I'm calling them.
I'm a boss ass bitch. I employ these niggas.
Boss bitches, talking to you. If a man reaches for his card on a date, that is a sign of respect. That is not all men are saying this comes with a night at the L'Hermitage. Okay? Or that he wants to penetrate your forehead. This is not what that means. He is literally trying to pay for dinner. He respects you. He understands the value of a man's role in a relationship, and that's him leading in his own way. I don't want people get so offended nowadays. You're gonna pay for it. Yes, nigga. I'm paying for the shit.
I'm okay with it now.
yeah, but this is I think it's, you know, the years we've been together, Latia, that I'm pouring into you. You know, you have, and I'm not saying it's all my doing, but I'm just saying you have a legitimate, dang, this motherfucker don't want nothing from me. Every time I show you, but that's what other people can do as well. You just gotta let them. You gotta give them opportunity to. All right, ladies and gentlemen, signs you're dating someone high value. They support your dreams and goals. Huh? You can't have nobody as a potential partner, love of your life, soulmate that's not pointed to your dreams and goals. We all know all dreams don't happen the way we might want them to. We know our goals might not measure up to actuality and factuality, because I'm using my words like Hasta did it. We know this, but the support is everything. The support makes you feel seen. The support validates the idea, even if the motherfucker don't come to fruition. You know how many ideas I done came up with? Not too many lately that I haven't hit home runs. But you know how many prior to me stepping into my wizardry?
If they show up at the bank with you and match your dollar for dollar to open your business.
Who did that? Me? Hello? You got a man like
I'm going back on mute.
You got a new man? What, something you want to tell me?
Nah, she did that.
I don't. That was a bar. Like something just happened. I want to know. I need to know. What was you gonna say, Haas?
Nah, I was saying, she sound like either somebody did it for her or she did it for somebody. Yeah, supporting my dreams and visions is a must. However, I want to highlight here that support don't always mean you got to be on the scene.
Ooh.
And the admiration is the highest form of respect. Is the easiest way to show somebody that you actually value them. Right. If you ask me, that's what you got to be careful about, though. Oftentimes, right, in the dating space, You get people that they love bomb you. They hit you with the, oh, I miss you. Oh, I want to
love bomb you? Hold on, did you say they love bomb you?
Right, and you know what a bomb does, right? It disorients you in the very least, right? That force it pin you to the wall, it change everything, right? So you get stuck and out of tune, you disoriented with your usual self and how you love. And so they hit you with the, oh, I admire you and I adore you. And notice that somebody that tells you look, or they admire and they adore, but they don't know how to feed into you. That's a bomb. Pay attention. That's a flashbang.
Tick, tick, tick.
Right. Because what's happening is, what they're saying in truth is, I appreciate the fact that you bring so much value to me I don't bring myself.
Ooh, Jesus.
I appreciate the fact that I have a partner that is working in a way that I've never had the ethic to. And I am even planning, know if I'm ever going to have it. So be very careful with that. Demand your respect. You feel me? Require your admiration and reciprocate that to those who give it to you in its genuine energy. But be mindful when intention doesn't match execution.
Wow, I like that.
I love that. Can I add to that, please?
Yes.
I love that. So, especially as it relates to love bombing, that's when someone oversaturates you with compliments and flattery. I was always taught that always keep an extra eye on a person who amplifies how great you are. You know what I'm saying? Because it can definitely be a detour to, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to dangle this in front of you here, this flashing lights, while I have another motive over there. Also, in addition to somebody who may not have discovered their purpose or their dream, so then they attach themselves to you, thinking like, oh, I can learn from this person and do what you do. This flattery can easily turn into imitation. Very easy.
Hold on. This flattery can turn into imitation.
Yes, you will be a second class imitation of what you see. Oftentimes people see things, they get excited when they see people do it, but they don't know the work that this person put into it. Kenny got 30 years behind doing what he do, and somebody else think they can grab a mic and jump on stage and do what he do and get paid. That's not what it is. It's not the same thing. That goes back to sacrifice. We sacrifice even when we love ourselves. So when someone loves bomb, especially in a relationship, because I'm new out here in these dating streets, so you know what I'm saying? People sometimes love bomb when they haven't found their purpose. I think it's very important to find somebody who has at least a sense of their purpose, what they like and what they don't like, because then they'll find that purpose in you and what you do. And the moment that you disappoint, or the moment the dream doesn't come to fruition in a timestamp that they feel that it should, they no longer love you. The love, there's a time clock on it. It's not unconditional. Ooh. So the flattery, the compliments, and all the things, they'll die down because it's not unconditional. I don't want you to love me for what I do. I want you to love me for who I am. And what I do is a byproduct of that. You understand?
You understand?
Before you come and you love bomb me and you tell me who I love you, you love me for the wrong reason, because I could have a car crash tomorrow and all of this, it could be gone.
Yeah.
Car crash, break my leg, lose my mind. You know what I'm saying? Anything could happen. Wow. So I don't need you. Don't love me for what I do. Love me for who I am. What I do is a byproduct of it. And if you love me the right way, the overflow, you'll receive that, because you're in close proximity of it. And in turn, if you watch me, the overflow in every aspect. I mean that too, by the way. No pun intended, but in every aspect, you see the overflow of that person, because you know what I'm saying. But really, I'm overflowing with what you help pour into me.
Amen.
So because you're in close proximity, you should receive the overflow of that.
Bars.
Right.
In proximity, because my name starts with the L and the middle is a T. Bars.
The doors of the church are now open. Let us give the benediction and fire. Come on and sing.
Don't let the hallelujah fool you.
Wow. Do not let the hallelujah fool you.
Amen.
Signs you're dating someone of high value, ladies and gentlemen. They do thoughtful things. I think to have someone actually know you enough to put something in motion for you, to set up a meeting, to make that phone call. Like I was saying on last episode, I know, y'all know how kind and thoughtful I am, but I forget a birthday. I forget some special. Jessica on it. You hear me? She's sending out the cards. The soup is going to the, you know what I mean? Like, and that makes my game, you know what I'm saying? And what I'm doing, I'm playing at a high level because of my team. You feel me? My teammate, you know what I'm saying? She Jordan, I'm Pippen. You like how I did that? You feel me? So I think that, you know, people got to understand the value of being thoughtful. You know, thinking outside yourself and thinking for your significant other, your potential significant other. Like, that's hella. And ladies and gentlemen, if they're not doing that, get rid of them quick. And this is a great litmus test for dating. If they're not thoughtful, now we're not talking about, you know, doing, you know, relationship shit, you know, where it got to do with, you know, I love what you said, Shelly. It made me nervous, but you said dollar for dollar at the bank. I'm not suggesting that the first week, you know what I'm saying? But I am saying, starts with opening the door. It starts with picking up the tab. It starts with, yo, you told me your mother was sick. How's she doing? Do y'all need anything? These things are the things that start to, you know, create, you know, it's the mix that goes into cement and the thing is churning and it's about to start pouring on the driveway.
I have a question. So I think with this generation of how people are dating and hot girl this and, you know, this and that, I think the value.
Oh, I'm sorry, boss bitches.
I'm a boss ass bitch.
You said it, I did it. But I think the things that we're what's perpetuated for us to value will change the trajectory of what effective dating looks like.
Right.
So because you may not have this, what I'm told I'm supposed to value, and now I'm brainwashed into thinking that you don't hold value if you can't do this.
Talk that
but,
talk.
But then it's camouflaged as, oh, this is my standard. But the reality is this isn't really your standard. This is what society's standard is because of the trend that we live in. Like, if you can't buy me a Birkin, then
No, hold on. Hold on. This is why I said black women will save the planet. Because I had to interject because you're so right. The fact that you think a relationship consists of what someone can monetarily add to your life is the beginning, is the root to all evil. Is to the root of destruction in relationships. And you're right, Latia. That's why we have these conversations. That's why we are putting together high value signs. That's why we're talking about healthy habits. That's why we're talking about goals, real goals, obtainable goals, not what you see on Instagram, TV, the movies goals. We talking about real goals. And real goals is that half of y'all might never get a Birkin.
Message.
Half of y'all might never go to Italy, Australia. But you have to create your world how you want it to be. So if that's something that you got to do, go do it. You can do it. It don't take you first class on Emirates to go to Dubai. I don't think people understand the logic in thinking of what you can accomplish with the means that you have. And this is, to Latia's point, how you have to understand what you got and what you're willing to do. You might not be willing to go do X, Y, and Z to get that bag to go. I know people can't handle, and I am thoughtful in my process. And I still be like, oh, I get doozy because this is a motherfucking cold world. But at the same time, you got to keep moving. Some people are not built for that. You're not. I'm telling you. You cannot bear the weight of this type of energy, this type of, you know, like this shit is real. And I don't want to depress nobody or discourage nobody, but accept where you are. It's okay. Tie your dreams up into somebody else's. It's okay. Kenny Burns has a whole offering in pop culture, can't be denied. But real money, I didn't get that till I started investing in spirits. It wasn't my dream, it was somebody else's. I'm talking about real money. I'm talking about buy, look good, fly everywhere. You see me with all. I'm talking about real money, y'all. You can't expect your surroundings or your circumstances to ultimately get you to your goal. You gotta go dive in and get with it. Kevin Hart said something today that I heard, and it's true. No one makes it by themselves. Not one person. Not one. So imagine if you could align yourself with a partner that thinks like you, and bigger than that, thinks the things you don't think and helps you implement them into your motherfucking program. What the fuck you think gonna happen?
Jesus had a flaw.
Hello? And it's just so crazy. You said it until you got me going, child, but it's so real because you all are, and then you got a whole class of women. Because men, I think men's thought process is still the same. I gotta go kill what I eat. I gotta boom, boom, boom. I gotta put the, because even me, it's a certain way I gotta show up in my world because I'm dealing with billionaires now. So you understand, it's always another level. So when you having that kind of conversation game, but let me tell you one motherfucking thing, it evens out. So all the flash and jewelry and all this fake it till you make it shit that I was taught don't exist in that world no more. It's about what you can actually do and bring to the fucking table.
Your
What's
true
your balance
value
sheet look like? What resources you controlling that? How does this partnership help?
But that's the generational love that was poured into you.
It's the black woman love that was poured into me. See, let me tell you the difference. I was loved with a maternal love. You know what I'm saying? So that love is the purest. It's the purest. There's no agenda. There's no goal. It's I want to see you better. The things I learned was from making mistakes as a man to be the man I am. I didn't learn that from no man. I saw ideas of it, right? I saw glimpses of it. My Uncle Leo, like, I saw things, you know what I mean? Men in my life, you know what I mean? Andre Harrell, like Steve Rifkin. I saw glimpses, but everybody had their shit. It's my job to take all that, make it right for somebody looking at me. And I ain't the perfect model of anything, but I'm damn good. I'm a damn good model. Damn good. So, I'm sorry. What are you about to say, Haas?
I put up a post on my Facebook a couple days ago, and I said, you gotta weigh some shit before you pay some shit. Don't let that go over your head. And that's a fact. Like, oftentimes we don't. Yeah, I mean, and that goes back to what you said about the worlds and the levels. We come from backgrounds that require us to have an identity, a foundation, and a knowledge of what love is. Because of what you just highlighted, we know what we was missing. So every time out, we get better.
Facts.
However, what society does, as you and Latia highlighted, is it tells you that your value isn't in that thing you know you need and creating it. It tells you it's in garnering their approval by having the things that you did that they had.
Right.
And so it takes us time to retrain ourselves to get to the point where we're saying, you know what? Love is actually that thing that I knew it was before y'all tried to teach me what it was. And now I require somebody that's as ignorant to society as I am, because that's the only way they can reflect it.
See,
when we talk about even having a...
Hold on, I don't want that to go with people here. He's basically saying you want somebody to meet you where you're at, and that's the only way you can actually... okay, there we go.
They got to think about love the same way I think about love.
Facts.
And I kind of got a little list. I'm gonna actually throw something in there that says a high value, right? Let's deal with that term in and of itself. High value partner means they have to value something.
Come on, like that.
And you have to value that, right? So you don't value that person individually. You value what they value for themselves.
Come on.
Secondly, that person should be so driven and or balanced. I got like a list here, but they should be balanced. They shouldn't give up. And finally, above all else, they should know what health means. And that's why I said you got to weigh some shit before you pay some shit. Because Kenny, you talk to billionaires now. The millionaires only care about how much I can market to get another million.
Hello?
The billionaires only care about what marketing agencies you control to guarantee this billion.
Hold on. This man right here. Every crew needs a Hasadiddy. Love that. I want to get this going because we got a couple more. But yeah, brother, you're necessary. The next one. The next sign you're dating someone of high value. They make an effort to get to know your family and your friends. If you are dating someone that hasn't asked about your mama, hello, your significant other, your immediate family, and don't want to meet your best friend, you might want to reconsider the conversations y'all having, because I don't know anyone, and everybody doesn't have a great relationship with their family, but they do have a friend that is family. They do have some type of companion in life that they've gone through. And for me, I got to know how to get to somebody. I got to know how to connect. You know what I mean? Because that's how you learn about the person that you're studying. You're studying this person you're dating. You're going through a gamut of tests in your mind of experiences and things you want in life. It runs the gamut between those two. And you have to know these are things that will fuck with you forever. You know what I mean? So I would be honestly leery of people that do not enter that type of intimacy into your conversation. That's real intimacy. Getting to know someone like that, you know what I mean? Like their family, wanting to know, their upbringing, how they were brought up, what they were taught. These are all necessary factors. I want to keep going for a second. Signs you're dating someone high value. They keep their promises. I'm gonna let y'all know one thing. If someone promises you something and they do not deliver, that is the biggest red flag ever. Because if someone true to you cannot come through with a promise, they are letting you know they can't before you find out the promise has not been completed or has not been, you know what I'm saying? You have to understand that. I'm sorry. Promise is not like, I'm going to bring you back some food, but you was gone out for 8 hours. You got caught up eating bringing the food. I'm talking about promises like, I'm going to do this so we could do that. I'm talking about next level, us going somewhere major. Someone lies about something like that, y'all. That's a huge red flag. Latia?
I feel that your word is all you have. Your word will outlive you. You know what I mean? Even though my grandmother is no longer here, she's here from the words that she taught me, that she told me. And I think if people really understood the essence of your word is really all you have, your word, your bond is how people define you from a moral standpoint. Facts. And I trust you. If you don't keep your word, I can't trust you. The root to love is trust, sacrifice. Will you be there for me?
Facts.
Your word is all you have at the end of the day. I say, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to show up for you, which is why I hate the entertainment industry, because words mean nothing. People, pretty words do to death. But just, even if your word is no.
Facts.
But that's your word. You stand on it. I can respect that, because that goes back to respect. But your word.
Yeah, it's everything.
Powerful.
It's everything.
Thank you for that one.
Absolutely.
I got one sentence for that.
Come on.
You only gonna take me as serious as you take yourself. Make us both laugh.
You can't. You just came. You and Latia just came to make me and Shelly B make faces today. Ladies and gentlemen, signs you're dating someone high value. Please don't let this one go over your head. They stand up for you when you can't defend yourself. And I'm talking to the strongest. I'm talking to the strongest. I never forget, I was leaving Combs Wine and Spirits, y'all. They did something to me, man. It wasn't right in my spirit. I was ready to walk away. Jessica was like, hell nah. They got to pay. And you know me, like, I'm not even in that frame of mind. I'm a hustler. I hate for motherfucker to tell anybody they got something on me. Because I'm just a man's man. Like, I'm going to do me and I'm going to get back whatever. And I was already up. But my point is, I was ready to walk away from the situation. Jessica Bird said, nah. They owe you. End up getting a year's salary to leave. So my thing is, like, I was ready to leave, but she stood up for me. You know what I mean? And she didn't call nobody. She stood up for me to me. Nigga, you're Kenny motherfucking Burns. What do you mean? Go get some money out them motherfuckers. I'm gonna need the whole year's salary. I gotta go. Gave me the whole year's salary.
Shout out to Miss Burns.
But that's the type of shit I'm saying. And I don't want men to let that go over their head. Yeah, you strong. Yeah, you'll walk away from $1 million. Yeah, I'm gonna walk away. I don't need you. Then your wife be like, player, That's $1 million. Why don't you go holler at them? They owe it to you. So when you can't defend yourself, don't mean fighting all the time. It don't mean, you know what I mean, with all that. It means defend your partner in every sense of the word. You know what I mean? And check your partner when they wrong. I've been wrong. Not a lot. Not a lot. But I have been wrong. In my relationship, I've been wrong more than all. I mean, you know, but I'm talking about in life, the way I treat people, the way I move. That's what I meant by that. Kiss my ass for those who said it. Ladies and gentlemen, signs you're dating someone of high value. And it wasn't $1 million, by the way. I don't know why I said $1 million. It wasn't far, but you get the point. I wasn't trying to stun on nobody. I was just trying to say, I don't know where the fuck it came from.
You deserve $1 billion, Kenny.
Thank you.
$1 million
I
too
love
small
you.
anyway.
I love you. I love you. Signs you're dating someone of high value. Ladies and gentlemen, they want the best for you. That's it. That's it. If you're not in a relationship or dating someone that wants the best, you can tell immediately. You can tell immediately. Ladies, if you have sex with a man, I'm talking about this is the beginning of sex too. I want y'all to get ready for this. Strap on your seatbelt. If you have sex with a man, you know, and you go to the bathroom first, you know what I'm saying, and he's just laid out. If you don't come back with that hot, warm rack, fellas, leave her ass alone. Okay, leave that motherfucker where she lay. You hear me? All right, if she can't do that for you. Sorry, I don't know where that went. We're wrapping this up. I'm going to end it with this sign that you're dating someone of high value. I was dead ass serious about that warm rag. All right, ladies and gentlemen, last sign that you're dating someone of high value. You feel safe around them. And I want to sincerely say this to men and women. If you don't feel like you can tell this person everything, I'm talking about the combinations to the safe. I'm talking about, I'm talking about real information that affects you. If you don't feel safe, this ain't the relationship for you. If you don't feel like, women, and I'm talking to my beautiful black queen, if you don't feel like this man is going to protect you in every sense of the word, I'm talking about every sense of the word, he's not for you. He's not for you. Fellas, if you feel like a woman is not trustworthy with the information that some of us have as men that we keep tucked to keep, to keep us protected and keep us from stealing secrets and that, she's not for you. She's not for you. And Nation, I want you to go around teach one with this phrase so we can get up out of here and get on to episode 16. All right, we'll start with you, Shelly B.
That is probably my number 2.
Yeah.
Respect and feeling safe. I will have to say that although I have not experienced dating as others are, on the screen, one thing that I value the most within individuals that I meet that could be potential partners is that I have to feel safe.
Right.
Because safety comes respect. Safety comes love. And if it's I tripped on the sidewalk and bust my knee, right, or if it's I'm in flight and you have flight aware on your phone and you know exactly when I land and say welcome to Turks and Caicos.
I get it. I got it. And you got to feel safe to go raw. Latia, how you feel?
Oh my Jesus Christ! Don't mess up my pH balance.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that learning to love somebody is definitely feeling free to be safe to also make mistakes and not be perfect, and knowing like that if I do make a mistake, it doesn't decrease my value. And knowing that I'm okay to have my off days. I'm okay to not be perfect. I'm okay to I'm okay to make mistakes while I'm learning to love you, because it's not all about me. It's one-sided. We're two different people and entities coming together to try to become one and to be whole. Your background, your upbringing, your trauma, your this, your that, you're bringing all that and dumping that on me. And I'm bringing all mine and I'm dumping that on you, and hoping that we can have this beautiful recipe of a
love and
feast and not a
respect.
disaster.
Yeah.
That's it. Love, respect, and sacrifice.
You are growing the fuck up. You hear me? Your energy today. Woo, child. Natural Bars, aka Hasididi. We're gonna exit on your word, brother.
I'm gonna finesse this and say I got a list of traits, and if you don't got this, I don't feel safe. Let's do this. This is my high value woman. Y'all ready?
You got 1 minute.
Open to correction. Has mentors. Loves unconditionally. Passionate about goals. Does not compare. Listens well. Leads a balanced life. Makes the right decisions. Has a healthy romance and friendships. Brave. Spreads positivity. Values peace. Doesn't give up. Is open-minded. Knows that they're flawed. Spreads her value by training and or mentoring other women. Knows how to delegate, so use her power. Prioritizes her self-care. Her happiness comes from within herself. She speaks her mind. She is non-malicious. She is dedicated to learning. She is kind. And because all of that, she has high self-esteem. If you don't show up like that, I don't feel safe.
Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up Signs You're Dating Someone of High Value. I'd like to thank Shelly B, the beautiful Latia Ashley, and my dog, Natural Bars, a.k.a. Hasididi. Put a motherfucking round of applause together for these superhumans. Until episode 16, I want to leave you all with this.
The dream is real.